this video I'm going to show you how to install a combi drawer pack into your double wardrobe. It is always advisable to assemble your unit on a piece of cardboard. This protects the side panel and the front edge of the unit when you're moving it around. Please read the assembly guide because there is a lot of information on here that will be helpful when assembling your unit. On the front of the assembly guide it tells you what panels you have in the box, what hardware is required and the minimum tools required to get the job done. This combi pack can either be fitted to the left hand side or the right hand side of your double wardrobe. I'm going to be fitting it to the left hand side, and first thing I'm going to do is put my left hand runners to my left hand wardrobe end. At this stage the only parts I'm going to need are the drawer runners. There's a left and a right hand runner in each drawer. You can always tell if you have the runner going the right way because this drops down at the back. And using the Euro screws I'm going to fit my runners onto the side of my wardrobe. The runners go at hole 1, hole 6 and hole 13. And using the second hole in my drawer runner I'm going to fit the drawer runner to the side. And as you see there, this runner goes down at the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The panel that your right hand runners are fitted to is in your pack, and it's this one here. It's very thick and very strong. This panel is not handed because, as I said, you can either fit these runners to the right or left hand of your wardrobe. So what you do now is you take the panel, and this is the top because it has edging strip on it. I'm now going to fit my right hand runners onto my panel. So it goes here, here and here. And again, using the Euro screws, I fix my runners into position. In your pack you have two 6mm wooden dowels. These you tap gently into the bottom end of your panel. You then screw two shelf supports into the top end of your panel. And that is this panel completed. Now I have these shelf stops here. I now need to put corresponding ones on this end panel so that when I put my top in, it has something to sit on. And here. I'm now going to put my shelf support brackets in, and you can either push them in with your thumb, or if it's a little bit difficult, just place them into the top and then taking a hammer, gently tap them in. Like so. I'll do the same on the other side, and fitting my door stop, and this is the door stop. Again, gently tap it into the pre-drilled holes in your panel. Like so. This panel is now ready to fit, so I'm going to take it from here and literally it just goes onto the shelf supports. And when it's in position, you just tap it down, like that. So that's now ready to take the drawers. So taking the back panel and putting it so the grooves down. And then I take my side panel like this, and again, making sure the groove's down, I put the two parts together like this. Taking the screws provided, insert them in here, and then carefully fit them in using a screwdriver. And do the same on the other side. I'm then going to slide my drawer base into the grooves. I'm then going to slide my drawer base into the grooves like this. Next thing I'm going to do is put my metal dowels into my drawer front, and you have 2 per drawer front, and you need to repeat this process for all 3 drawers. Like this. Then using the small cams, you push those into your drawer sides. Again, making sure that the arrow points to the outside edge. One, and turn it over for the second one. 2, and then I stand my drawer up onto my drawer front. Tap it down. Once you're happy that it's seated properly, tighten the cams up. Now, the last thing to do before we actually put the drawer into the unit is to put the runners on. I have a left and a right hand runner. The wheels go towards the back of the drawer. So keeping my drawer runner touching the drawer front like that, I drill a quick hole here, and then I put a screw in like this. Now I'm using a handheld screwdriver here so I don't over tighten it. Same on this one. There are pre-marked holes on the back of your drawer for your handles. All you need to do is drill through and then fit your handles once you've got them in position. I'm going to put them in like this, over the top of the nylon wheel that's in the top runner, like so. Push it back, like that. And then just repeat it for the other 2, like that. In your pack are some cover caps. These cover caps go in any unused hole, put them in, and then using a hammer, and before you fit your doors, the last thing to do is to measure across here, and that's 450 millimeters. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the back and measuring across again and putting a line down. I'm then going to fix my back panel to my central divider using the nails provided. As I said, it's 450 millimeters, which is actually on the central divider here. So all I'm going to do is put some nails in here. And then measuring from the bottom of the unit up 660 millimeters approximately, put a line, and the last one here. The hinge comes in 2 parts, the hinge plate and the hinge. The hinge plate has an arrow on it. This arrow goes to the outside of your unit. The hinge itself has 2 hooks. Those hooks literally go under there like that, and when you push your hinge back down, it clicks onto your hinge plate so it doesn't fall off. The quick release mechanism is you just push this button here and the hinge comes off. I'm going to fit the hinges to the door, and there are 4 hinges to a full height door. In your assembly guide, it shows you where the hinge plate should be positioned, and if you count up the number of holes as indicated on the assembly guide, your hinge plates will be in the correct position. If you need to move the door across the unit, you turn this screw clockwise. Anti-clockwise takes it back. If you want to move the door in or out, you have to loosen all 4 of these screws on the 4 hinges, and the door can then be moved in or out. And if you need to move the door up or down, you loosen all of these off on all 4 hinge plates, move the door up or down, and then tighten them up again. And to make it easy for myself, I'm using my foot just to hold the weight of the door. The last thing to do is to fit the hanging rail, and I'm going to fit my hanging rail just under my shelf like this. There's a Euro screw for the top hole and a standard screw for the bottom hole. Fix it in like that. When you have more than one unit, you should join them together, and when using this type of joining bolt, you drill a 5mm hole through the two end panels and then screw in the two parts together, and that pulls the unit nice and tight.